Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Science for Everyone. Today the video is related to RNA sequencing data analysis, and the title of my today's video is how to process sequencing files using Fastp. So basically, this will be a real-time practical. As you all know that I have started a video series related to RNA sequencing data analysis, and this is the part 12 of that video series. So in today's video, we will discuss that how to perform Fastp on paired end reads of a single file. For example, if we are having a single file and it consists of two paired end reads, so how we will process it. I will also show you that if you're having multiple files having paired end reads, so how you will perform Fastp on multiple files. Okay, so it will be basically a complete practical, and I will use Linux for it. In the previous video, I discussed about the FastQC report. So if you're not familiar with FastQC report, so it is very much important because the part 11th of this video series is basically a preliminary of part 12 of this video series. Okay, so if you understand the FastQC reports, then you can easily perform Fastp, because in the Fastp you have to select the appropriate flags that would pre-process your data effectively and correctly. Okay, so I recommend to just watch part 11 of this video series, and I have also talked about the quality and the quality of sequencing files in the previous videos, also the part 4th and the 5 of this video series. So I will also help you to I will also share the link of it. So I recommend to make yourself understand regarding the quality of sequencing files. So then this video will be very much easy for you, because I will be not explaining the quality of files. I will be just pre-processing it. Okay, so again, we will perform these such type of tasks. So it will be a complete coding base. So let's start with the practical, and inshallah you will learn a lot of it. Okay, so this is my Linux environment. Basically I'm using a workstation. So these are my files, the FastQ files. Okay, these are the 4 files. So basically these are 2 samples having paired and read. So this is pair and 1, 2 of 59th sample, and this is 60th sample. So this is the SRR ID, and this is the paired and 1 and paired and 2. Okay, so before proceeding with the Fastp, in the previous video I have shown you that how to perform FastQC. So first we have to visualize the quality of the raw reads. Okay, and after that, just going through those results, we have to just specify the flags that will be used in the Fastp, and we will ensure that which type of flag should be used to just pre-process our data and remove the errors in our raw data. Okay, so basically these are my raw reports. I have generated the FastQC reports. So if I want to show you that this is the quality of the 59th sample of paired and 1, so this is the quality of it. Okay, so basically it consists of 385.5 megabase pairs. So there is an error in the per base and content. Okay, first of all, there is a warning, and this in this file, the 12 and 13th of the base pairs, mostly they have lower quality. Their quality is in the warning region. Okay, so now we have just observed these results. Okay, going through the warnings and the error, we will just conclude, and we will just decide what to do with the data. Okay, so I recommend to watch the FastQC and the quality of sequencing files from my this playlist, so that you should understand it well. Okay, now there is also an error of per base and content. Okay, so what does this mean? I have explained it in the previous video. Okay, so these errors and warnings should be resolved. Okay, so we will try to resolve these issues. Okay, now the most important thing is that this problems is basically this problem is with this file. Okay, this first and pair and read. Now we want to just look into the other pair and then we will check that what is happening. Okay, so this is a bit best result. Okay, so okay, now after that, so very simple thing I want to tell you, that it's very much important, that sequence length. So the lowest sequences, the length of the lowest length of our sequences start from 60. Okay, so our professors guide us that your lowest length should be 70. Okay, so the larger the read length, the more it will be effectively aligned and more information will be gathered from it. Okay, so we have to eliminate the short end reads. Okay, the lengths that are in the size of 60. Okay, so we will start with the 70. So now we have observed it that yes, there is a problem in our files, and we have to pre-process it. Okay, there is quality issue as well as there is ambiguous space call issue. And if we want to see it, so we are having shorter reads. Okay, and we want that our read length, the lowest reads having the length should be of 70. Okay, because it is significant to have read lengths in between 70 and 1 farther from it. Okay, so now we observe the results, and we want to pre-process our data. Okay, so for pre-processing our data, these are my sequencing files. So I have just created a folder named trimmed. Okay, so my sequencing file, these raw reads, when they are pre-processed, so the outputs will be stored in this trim folder. Okay, now I will just write a simple code for it, and I will show you that what does this mean. Okay, first of all, you have to install the Fastp. I have shown you in the previous video that how to install Fastp. the tool that is being used to pre-process our data. Okay, so I have installed Fastp in my specific environment, and I want to activate that environment. Okay, so I have made an environment of name quality, and inside that environment I have installed Fastp. I'm telling again and again, so just to make you people understand. Okay, so I will activate that environment. So Mamba activate quality. I have made an environment of name quality, and inside that quality environment I have installed Fastp. Okay, so now I'm going to pre-process my this sample, this 59 sample, because I have checked and I have gone through the quality report of these files, and now I have decided to just add some flags and just pre-process it. Okay, before pre-processing it, I want to show you something very much important. Fastp is a tool, and if you want to understand that what is basically the flags inside this tool. So this is the help of Fastp. Okay, if you want to just input your data, your sample, so you have to just write -i, type -i, and this is read one. And if there is another read, just like in my case, so you can write the input as minus capital I. Okay, so for input is minus I, for output is -o. Okay, so this is these are the flags that are being used to input your files and get obtain your outputs. Okay, so this is simple. After that, I will explain those flags that are important for you people, and they are the basic one. Okay, because nowadays the sequencers are being is generating sequencing file that are of good quality. Okay, so no such type of huge pre-processing is being needed. Okay, so I'm not explaining that very high quality and high flags. I will be just explaining the basics one. Okay, inside our fast sequencing file there are adapters. Okay, so as a default, the adapters are being trimmed from our sequencing files. And if you want, if you do not want to trim the adapter, so just write capital A or disable adapter trimming. But adapters should be removed from the files. Okay. Now, if you have a specific adapter sequence, so then you can also give the sequence of the adapter. Okay. But this is not our concern. Okay. Now, if you want to just cut the front end read, okay. For example, if you're having a sequencing file and here there is a problem from there is a problem here. Okay, there is a problem the sequence, since the from here from 1 to 13 there is a problem here, and our sequence reads are of not good quality. Okay, so if you want to just cut the first 13 bases, so you have to just write -f and 13. So the Fastp will just cut all the 13 bases from all your reads. Okay, so the -f means front end. Okay, now this is front trimming, so this is -f. And if you want to just cut the back one, so there is tail -t. Okay, you will just see it. So -f and -t, just remember it. Okay, I'm not going to the capital T. Okay, so these are the -f. Now there is also another important flag is this is quality. Okay, quality Fred. Okay, I have mentioned Fred score and quality of sequencing file many times, and the best quality is 20 and 30. Okay, so if you want to get those reads that have quality of in between 20 and 30, or 20 and above, so you can write -q20. Okay, so this means that you want those reads that have quality of 20 and above 20. Okay, so this is -q. Now there is also another, this is very much important. Okay, -l or length required. Okay, so -l is used to just specify that the minimum read length of your files. Okay, if I just try type -l70, so it will eliminate those reads that have smaller lengths, or they have lengths below 70. Okay, so here in our case it was 60, so I will write -l70, so it will just eliminate those reads that have sequence length of 69 or 68 and below 70. Okay, so this is the length required, and it is very much important. Okay, we can also set the length limit. Okay, for example, if you want the sequence the reads that are of length of, for example, 150. Okay, so if you want just the length of 150, not above 150, so we can also write length limit. Okay, so for example, if I type -l70 and length limit 150, so it will just get those reads that have the length in between 70 and 150. Okay, so it's simple. Now there is also another other flags also, but I have discussed the basics one. Okay, and these are very much used consistently. They are used, and they are just you can apply it. Okay, there are also other reads flags, but it is not that much important. Here is also about tail. If you want to just cut the tail of all the sequences, the reads, so you can also cut the tail. So front and tail are this -f is trim front and -t is trim tail. Okay, and if you are having two reads, okay, so capital T and -f is also capital. Okay, so this was all about Fastp. Now I will try to use these flags and pre-process my data. Now you have seen that before pre-processing, what was the condition of my row reads. Okay, now I want to just apply Fastp on these two. Okay, so what will I write? I will just type a very simple command. So this is I will write I have just activated the environment. I will write Fastp, so I'm calling Fastp, okay. And after that minus I, small I, so this will be for my first number, read number one, okay. So this is 59 and 1 and this, so this is my number first read. And now we are also having a second read, so you have to just pre-process both the ends, okay, because it belongs to a single file. And that is srr 21991759, okay. So this is a sample, and minus underscore 1 and underscore 2 are the two sequencing reads. So if you are applying Fastp on a single, you have to simultaneously apply it on the other end also, okay. So I will write srr and 1759 and underscore 2, and these are my two files. So basically I have just provided the input, okay. Sorry, I have just okay. So this is okay, so this is the input. So I have shown you that what does this mean. I and minus capital I, okay. So now where should be the output, okay. So for the first read, small minus o, and after that I will just type that uh, the folder, okay, trimmed, okay, because now this is the folder I want to store my results, okay. So I will just type the folder name trimmed, and after that I want to store it in the trim folder. So srr 2199 1759 and 1, and after that dot fast u.gz, okay. So basically when the file is pre-processed, so the output will be placed inside these files, okay, this folder, okay. So this is the output of the first file. Now we are proceeding with another one, so capital O and trim, because I also want to store it in the trim folder, and srr 2199 1759 2 dot fast u.gz, okay. So now this is the code for giving the inputs and getting the outputs. Now the most important thing, which flags will we apply, okay. So there was an error in our sample that were having ambiguous call. So okay, so I will just write minus type minus n and 2, okay. I have just forgot a flag of n. I am looking into it, that where is it. It does not cross my eyes, okay. So I will check that where is the n. Basically the n is for the ambiguous calls, okay. If you want to cleave the ambiguous call, the n bases, okay. I have talked about the n bases, that what are the n bases, okay. So if you want to remove the n bases, so there is a flag for it, and I am going to that flag, but I'm not getting it, okay. This is the flag, okay. So minus n means that if one read number of n is n base limit, simple, I'm telling you that minus n means that if I write minus n 2, so this means that the reads that have greater than if they have n bases greater than 2, so that reads will be eliminated, okay. So this is the main logic behind it, okay. So minus n 2 means that we are just eliminating those bases that have ambiguous calls more than 2, okay. And it was important because there was n bases inside our sequencers, okay, inside our sequencing file in our case, okay. So minus n, I have told you about the quality. We need the quality, and the quality should be 20, okay. 20 standard, okay. If you want to just type 30, so 30 is more strict enough, okay. So 20 is significant, you can just choose 20, okay. Now the most important thing is the length. I've told you that I just want to choose the length of 70. Our professors also recommend that just choose 70. So the lowest length of my read will be 70. And after that, the most important thing, there was some issue with the front end of my one sequencing file, okay. So I will add minus f and 15, okay. And I'm just doing it for this. I have shown you for this, okay, because up to 15th there was an issue. So there is no such flag for it that you should have to eliminate only the 12th and the 13th bases, okay, of all the reads. No, it cannot happen, okay. You have to eliminate from 1 to 15, okay. So all the sequencer the reads that have the 1 to 13 of all the sequences reads will be removed. Those bases will be removed, okay. So no issue, the length will be a little bit smaller, but it is required, okay. After that, now all the code is set, and just we have to just click type it, and after that it will start pre-processing, okay. So it will take time, but I'm having HPC high performance computer, so it will take 1 minute or 30 seconds. But if you are dealing it with your own PCs, so it will take a lot of time, okay, I'm telling you, okay. So now this is the report of it. So there is the quality 20 bases is 99%, quality 30 bases are 98%, okay. After that, total reads were this one, total bases were this one, okay. Read before filtering, so this was before filtering, and after filtering we got this much, okay. So now after filtering, the quality improves, okay. Here was 99.32, here is 99.74, there was 98.19, now here is 98.68. Reads to after filtering, there is also the statistics, okay. So reads failed due to low quality, there was no such low quality. And after that, reads due to too many n, so 420, okay. So there were 420 reads where n was there, so they removed the 420 reads. After that, there was two short reads, 2 lakh 34,000 reads were short that were having length below 70, so they were removed. Adapters were removed. So this all happened. Okay, after that these are the files. Okay, so now simply I will just type cd and I will go to the trim folder, and now these are the pre-processed files. Okay, now I want to visualize it, that I have resolved the issues with the quality or it still remained. Okay, so I will just type fast qc because I want to visualize the quality of the files. Okay, and I want to just apply it on both the files. So just I will write a flag, and after that go to gc. Okay, and it will start the fast qc will be started, and it will just generate the reports. Okay, so it will take time. On your computer it will take a lot of time. Okay, because of the ram issue and because of the graphic issue and the cores issue. Okay, so analysis for the first read was completed. Okay, just simply if we want to check it, so open with default program, and then we will check it. Okay, just look here, this was before this, so this was 59.1, and this was the issue with it. Okay, and even this was also the issue with it, but when I pre-process it, so now this issue is also resolved and the n issue is also resolved. Although there is a warning of land distribution, but warning can be handled. Okay, so it's okay. So now I have pre-processed my data. Okay, my sequencing rate. So this was the main thing I want to achieve. Okay, so now my data is clean. Okay, there is also another report of it, the second end. I want to also check it. So simply I will just write check it. Okay, so here just look here from 70 to 110. Okay, and all the flags are the summary is completely okay. Okay, so now all this and this, both the files are being pre-processed. Okay, it start from 70. Okay, and here also it start from 70. Okay, and now it is pre-processed. Okay, so this was all I want to achieve. Okay, and now it's up to you that how is your raw data and how to pre-process it. But I have shown you that how to pre-process it. Okay, and how to choose your flags. Okay, so it depends upon you that if you look into your raw data and there is a problem, so observe the problem and understand it, and after understanding that problem you can easily apply the flags. Okay, so I am recommending you to watch the previous videos to make you those videos was only to make you understand that how to interpret the fast qc reports. Okay, so now the most important thing is this was for a single file. Okay, this all was for a single file. So I just want to show you, if you are having hundreds and thousands of files. Okay, so then you cannot just start and just write a code again and again, minus I small I minus capital I, and then when it is pre-processed, so after then you will move to the other sample. So it is very much difficult. Okay, so that first you have to apply for this one sample, then you have to apply for this one sample, and you will be generating the files. Okay, so this is a little bit we can say laborious. So I will show you that how to pre-process multiple files. Okay, so I will just delete these pre-processed files. Okay, and after that I will also just delete this one. Okay, so for example we are having two samples having paired and reads. Okay, so how I will pre-process it? So for this I have just made a code, a script, a Linux script, and I will explain it to you. So I will just upload it and explain that script to you. Okay, so this is the script. Okay, okay, so I want to just show you the script. This is the script. Okay, so inside the script, I have also mentioned Linux script in this video series, but it was for other things. Okay, now it is solely for the pre-processing. Okay, so you will start with the main bash. This is the script, the start of the script. Now the first thing is directory containing the fastq files. Okay, so you have to specify that where are my fastq files present. Okay, so basically this is present. Let me show you. I want to just pre-process these two samples having paired and reads. Okay, so there is directory containing the fastq file. Fastq directory is home3 mrg002 nadeem raw data. Okay, so this is the path of it. Okay, and after that when all these are being pre-processed, so where will be the output stored? So it will be stored in the trim folder. Okay, so this is very much simple. Now loop through each file in the fastq directory. Okay, so we are having multiple files, so we will apply a loop. Okay, a for loop. Okay, so you should have to be familiar with the loop. Like what is basically loop? Loop is basically used to just mention or just take all the items present in a folder. Okay, so for files, what are files? Files are basically these. Okay, these four are the files. Okay, so for file in the fastq directory, this is my fastq directory. Okay, so for files in the fastq directory, and it starts from this hashtag -1. Okay, so we are just specifying -1 and .fastq.gz. So I have just specified this -1. Okay, and I will also specify -2. Okay, so now I am applying get the base name of the files without the -r1. Now I just want this srr2199175 this id. Okay, so I am specifying this id, and I'm storing it here. Okay, here this is the id. Okay, but I'm telling you base name $. Base name, what is basically base name? This is the file, these are the files, and the file have a specific name. Okay, so this name is just present in this inverted this commas, and after that there is -1. Okay, because I'm specifying -1 because for -2 it is also the same code. Okay, the same SRR ID. So I'm here just specifying -1. You can also specify -2 or _2 or _2. Okay, now define input file. So the loop is being just applied, and define input file for read 1 and read 2. Okay, so these are the input file. This is the Fastp directory. Inside this Fastp directory there is a file base name, and the base name after that there is -1. So the base name is basically the SRR ID. Then after that there is _1 dot fastq.gz. Okay, and because our file is fastq.gz, and after that there is the input R2. This is the read 2. Now when we are getting the output, so we will just name it, and it will name exactly the name of the input files. Okay, so basically this is the base name and -1 and _1 and _2. Okay, so I have just specified the input and the output. After that, if you want to generate HTML reports or that, so it depends upon you, but it is not that important. Now run fastp on the base and the pair of the file with over representation analysis. No, just remove it. Okay, just a comment. Okay, sorry. So fastp -i. Okay, fastp -i, that is the input. And what was the input? Input R1. This is the input R1. Okay, now this is -i, input R2. Okay, I have specified these files. Okay, this is output R1. Okay, and output R2. And these are the flag -n2, -f15, -220, -l70. Okay, so you have to set it for your on data again, and then done, and echo all file has been processed. Okay, so now how you will apply this script on your data? So very simple. I will just move to the folder, to the directory where my script is present. So basically my script is present here. Okay, this is my script, fastp script for n basis.sh. Okay, so I will just write bash. Okay, and after bash I will write fastp, and this is basically the name of my script. Okay, fastp script for n basis. Okay, inside that script all the commands are present, and I will just click on enter. Okay, and it will start pre-processing my data. Okay, all my files. Okay, I want to show you. Okay, uh, now it will be generated. All the 4 files will be pre-processed, and it will be stored in the trim folder. Okay, so it's easy, but the main thing is that how to just specify your flags. Okay, flags are very much important. Okay, because all your pre-processing depend upon that. Okay, so let me tell you the first two, it took 18 seconds, and the other two it took 15 seconds. Okay, so now here are the 4 reports, and then you can just pre-process. I just apply fast QC on it and check it, that basically what is the quality of my pre-processed files. Okay, so I think you got it. The video gets a bit longer, but it was important because fast P is very much important and pre-processing is very much important. Okay, and after pre-processing your data, then it can be easily aligned to the reference data. Okay, so you should know about it, that how to pre-process my data. Okay, so I have shown you how to pre-process single file, how to pre-process multiple file, and I also explained the Linux script. Okay, so this was all about today's video. If you understand it well, so just subscribe to my channel, like this video, and share it with your friends so that they could also get benefit from it. Okay, so if you are not familiar with my channel, so just explore it, and you will learn a lot of skills from my channel. Okay, with respect to structural bioinformatics and translational bioinformatics. Okay, and drug discovery and microdata analysis and many things. Okay, so thank you for today. I will meet you in the part 13 of this video series, where I will show you that how to download your reference data and how to perform indexing. Okay, because now we are moving towards the alignment phase. Okay, because our files are being pre-processed, and now we have to align it with the human reference genome to check that which genes are being present in our samples. Okay, so see you in the next video. Thank you very much for today. Allah Hafiz. God bless you.